Hey, what's up, YouTube? Scott Skynet Tradition back with another video. Got a couple things I just wanted to talk about today. No mail days in as of now, but the first thing I want to talk about is I did receive my first contest win in the mail today. So got the actually it was yesterday. Sorry, $25 eBay gift card. Hopefully you guys can see that. Got that from Kyle Brown Shuck, and also got this one of one Mendoza line. It says one of one Mendoza line 200 subs winner. So that's my second ground chuck one of one thing. So thanks Kyle very much for putting on the contest. I thought it was a great contest idea. Really appreciate it. Was happy to win. So I will be sure to let you all know what I pick up with that gift card, or if I put it towards a bigger item. I'll be sure to show that on the future video. So again, congrats Kyle on 200 subs, and I was pretty stoked to actually have won a contest. It's my first contest win. The second thing I wanted to talk about was I was a guest on a podcast back on August 26th. It's called the Gridiron Greats Podcast, and basically it's put on by a gentleman by the name of Bob Swick, and basically what it is it's a vintage football talk show podcast, and they also have their own magazine called Gridiron Greats Magazine, which you can purchase. Basically talks about the history of the game and its collectibles. So I mean, we're talking back to the late 1800s, 1880s, the really early times of actual football when it first started to become a sport, all the way up through 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. So basically it talks about vintage football and its collectibles. So I was a guest on the podcast, and of course I talked about my Packer registry set collections. So I will actually leave a link to that podcast in the description of the YouTube video. So if you guys feel like hearing me blather on for I think I was on for about 35 or 40 minutes. It's an hour-long show. You can actually go back and check out all the old podcasts as well that I've been on, of some pretty top-notch collectors. So feel free to do that. Again, I'll leave the link below. But it was a lot of fun. Basically just talked about my Packer sets and some of the nuances of the registry and rare cards in the set. So feel free to check it out. I will leave the link below in the description. Next thing I want to talk about is, so I'm at like 160 some subscribers right now, and I just want to give a big thank you to all who have subscribed to my channel. Really appreciate it, and I really appreciate those who just leave the comments and engage in camaraderie, because that's what it's all about here on YouTube. So really appreciate it. Just really appreciate anybody who's willing to give my channel a watch and leave a comment, and I will continue to watch all your videos. This week's been a little busy. I haven't had a chance to watch a ton because of kids going back to school and things like that. So, but I will probably be doing a contest myself, and it'll be a good contest, so stay tuned. I'll make it worth everybody's while. I'm just trying to think of exactly how I want to do the contest. It'll probably definitely involve making a video. I'm just not sure how exactly I'm going to run it yet, but it'll be at some point between now and 200 subscribers. So I'm at 160 now. At any point here, probably in the next month or two, I'm going to run a contest. So stay tuned for that. The last thing I want to talk about was, man, I'm so glad to have football back. Obviously, I'm a huge Packer fan, so if you guys watch Sunday's game, I'm just kind of curious to know what your guys' thoughts were on that Packers-Bears game on Sunday. As a Packers fan, it was an absolute roller coaster of emotions. They were down 20-0 at one point. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers was hurt. I mean, you didn't know what was wrong with him, but he left on a cart. He looked completely dejected. You didn't know what was going to happen. The backup was absolutely sucking it up. Khalil Mack was just terrorizing the Packers' offensive line. And when that first half ended, I was not in a good place. I was really looking forward to this season. And, Aaron Rodgers, if you remember, was hurt almost all of last year on a kind of a fluke injury play where he broke his collarbone. And then, the same thoughts kind of flash through your head. You're like, this guy's out again. And, more so than any other team in the league, the Packers' offense is built around Aaron Rodgers, one person. So to have Aaron Rodgers go out in the second quarter of the first game of the season was pretty disheartening, and to say the least. So then the guy comes back after halftime, running out of the tunnel, and he was clearly still in pain, and he didn't put much weight on that leg at all. But somehow he brought the Packers back from a 20-0 deficit, and they won 24-23 over the Chicago Bears. So just a roller coaster of emotions for that game. Just incredible game to watch. It was a lot of fun. So I'm interested to see if any of you guys saw that game or kind of what you thought of the game. As far as my other two teams I'm following right now, college football, Wisconsin Badgers. They play tomorrow. They play BYU, and they are 2-0 right now. So they've been playing pretty well. So I'll be watching that tomorrow. Then we got the Brewers, which are only a game and a half back behind the Cubs. So it's fun right now. There's a lot of stuff on. Packers have a tough game against the Vikings on Sunday. We'll see about if Rodgers plays or not. They don't know if he's going to play for sure. I would suspect he will play, but I suspect he'll be quite limited. But amazingly, I think that actually benefits Aaron Rodgers. When he's forced to stay in the pocket and actually make quick throws, design throws through windows, I think he's pretty good. I think sometimes he gets it in his head that he has to make and create all these miraculous plays and run around like a crazy person outside the pocket, but in reality, he doesn't need to do that. He just needs to sit in the pocket and be more like, a Peyton Manning and Tom Brady and not get himself killed and just make the throws because he can do it. So I think this knee injury, in a way, helps him to do that. Not that you want to see your best player hurt, but so I'm looking forward to Sunday's game. It's a noon game, I believe, against the Vikings. So that's all I got for you guys. Just kind of wanted to talk about a couple things. Again, I thank you for continuing to watch my videos, and I hope you guys all have a great weekend. If you live in the South or North Carolina area, stay safe, and you guys take care.